Hey Jerry, I hope I don't get murdered for asking this, but is this nigga Jay Prince in Al Qaeda? Cause it feels like this nigga's in Al Qaeda, bro. Like that video with Kanye is like the closest thing I've ever seen to someone being that uncomfortable on film is in like Al Qaeda like terrorist videos when they have like a journalist and he's reading demands to his family and then he's murdered. Like this, like how many guns? What's the over under on guns in on the other side of that camera, bro? Like it had to be at least 15 fucking like choppers aimed at this nigga Kanye's skull because here's the thing I don't understand about the video, right? Because Kanye is saying like this is coming from him, but if this is coming from him, why would he need to be reading a statement? You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, why would he need Jay Prince there, like menacingly? Because it's not like him and Jay Prince were like having a back and forth, like kind of like discussing each. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's just this nigga just standing there with his arms folded. Like at the end of the video, that nigga said beautiful, and it's like that was I've never heard the word beautiful said so sinister. Like there's never been someone to put more fucking evil on the word beautiful than Jay Prince, because that nigga said that shit like I'm glad, like he said beautiful, like it's beautiful that you didn't have to do a second take because there wasn't going to be one. You know what I mean? That's how it felt. Jay Prince has no fucking like appreciation for beauty in his heart, dog. That nigga is all ugliness. Like I truly don't like. I feel for that nigga Kanye, bro. Like he I don't like I don't know where he was, but he shouldn't let this nigga. He should not have let this nigga Jay Prince get that close. Like on that DrinkChamps interview, they was talking about like Kanye was running around with no security. That nigga should have had maximum security, bro. That nigga should have been like ADX Florence in terms of maximum security. ADX Florence is a maximum security federal prison for those who don't get the reference. But yeah, I don't know what this nigga was doing, but like I feel for that nigga, bro, cause cause Kanye didn't believe a single one of those words he was saying. Like, and even though he does believe those words, if you get my point, because he's talked about wanting to free Larry Hoover prior. He's talked about wanting to piece things up with Drake prior to this, but he never said it with so little like light in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Kanye is always passionate, my nigga. Like he's always like on 10. You know what I mean? It's always like there's a fucking energy to how he speaks, even when he's like sort of relaxed. And it was none of that there, my nigga. And again, because he said all these things before, why would he have needed to read this statement, dog? Like it's not like it was new information being shared in terms of like what he was reading off the phone. Like my nigga, this nigga was under pressure and he was like, I'm not gonna get any of these words wrong. I'm not gonna stutter. I'm gonna say what Jay Prince tells me to say. Like, and I mean, good for him, man. Good for him. I just hope he's okay. Like I don't really rock with Kanye like that anymore, but I just hope he's okay. Niggas was asking if they think Drake is gonna show up to this event, and it's like, how could he not? You know what I mean? Because I feel like if once Jay Prince is involved, like if Jay Prince is as powerful as even Drake himself has said, like, because like Jay Prince is the one who shut down the Drake's allegedly career-ending Pusha T diss, right? Yeah, I mean, like he like, and you know, Jay Prince has been involved with Drake for a number of years, so it seems like, I don't know, like I feel like he would have had this conversation with Drake first, right? Or at least afterwards when Drake got wind of it. Cause how do you say no to a nigga like Jay Prince? You know what I mean? Especially when you're not like a Jay Prince type figure. If you're not like a Haitian Jack, you know what I mean, or like a trick or some shit, you know what I mean? Like it feels kind of like it's hard to say, nah, I'm not showing up to this event. Them niggas gonna be there, bro. That shit gonna be like in wrestling, like, you know, like sometimes like The Rock and Stone Cold would be like enemies, but then like on one night they would have to team up and they would like win the tag team belt together or some shit. But even as they reigned as tag team champions, there was this tension between them, and then eventually it falls apart when one of them fucking like turns on the other, and they lose the belt because of that. I feel like it's gonna be like that on that evening. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a short-lived union. Largely because of this nigga Kanye. Like I feel like like I think like because Kanye was talking about in that DrinkChamps interview, he was talking about how Drake has been he do a lot of shit behind the scenes, and that's what this, and then Kanye's the one that jumps out the window. And I think, yeah, Kanye's gonna jump out the window. Drake's gonna be doing some fuck shit, and Kanye gonna fucking wild out. Speaking of the DrinkChamps interview, this nigga Kanye needs to leave the public eye. Like, this shit was very entertaining, obviously. Like, that shit just made me laugh. Like, when that nigga said Talib Kweli is the nigga keeping the baseball cap industry in business. Like, he's the only one that wears them type of hats. That shit had me screaming, bro. Cause like this nigga Talib caught a wild stray. That shit was wild. That shit was uncalled for. Or all the shit this nigga was saying, like, I thought it was corny. I thought a lot of shit he was saying was corny. Like when he was saying he should go to Hall of Fame or he should go to heaven for signing Big Sean or something because like Big Sean is the worst. Whatever. It's like yes, even as a person who was a big Sean fan at the time, like the song "Ass" was ass. Yeah, I mean it's a terrible song. Nigga shouldn't have made the shit, but nigga, you signed him. Like whether or not you like the song "Ass" or whatever, you wasn't saying none of this shit when he was signed, nigga. When he was still under your contract, when you was still benefiting from that nigga writing your bars, fucking like helping blow up your fucking label. Like it wasn't none of that shit. And then the shots at John Legend too. And it's mainly corny because this nigga don't have a legitimate gripe. This nigga is mad because they didn't vote for him for president. It's not like they disparaged him in the press or like, you know what I mean? Like did some fuck shit, my nigga. They simply did not vote for Kanye West for president. Like millions and millions and millions of other Americans. Because why the fuck would you vote for Kanye West for president? And that's the thing where niggas get fucked up. Is like sometimes because you friends with somebody, they think you're supposed to support them unconditionally, and it's like, nah, dog. Like this is the future of our country, brother. There's a certain amount of blind loyalty I'm sure Big Sean has exhibited in the past towards Kanye West. But that's not where we go. And like, look. Yes, we know Biden's not a great president, whatever, but Kanye West as president, like imagine that, dog. Like at some point you got to draw the line somewhere. Like, look, I got a lot of friends. I don't think I would vote for a single one of them for president. Maybe student body president. I mean, there's certain positions I like to see these niggas in. President of the United States, nah, dog. Like, and it's like I'm not a bad person for not voting for you for president, dog. And not even so much that they didn't vote for him because I mean, obviously at the end of the day, nobody knows who voted for who. But I think it's like that he probably tried to get them to campaign for him and and they were just like, nah, like, or they probably just dubbed his text messages. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, we're not even gonna respond to that, bro. I ain't see that one. Call me when it's time to go to Wyoming. You feel me? Like that, because that's how the type of time I would have been on. It's like I can't, like you can't say no to Kanye West because Kanye is definitely the type of nigga who will text you, and then if the response is not to his liking, he will angrily FaceTime you and yell at you the entire. It's like, nigga, I don't have to put up with this. That's the thing. I think where Big Sean is at. It's like, my nigga, like when I was new, when I was like Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay, Big Sean, when I was ass Big Sean, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you might be able to dumb on me for a few minutes on this phone call, dog. I'm gonna just grin and bear it. You know what I mean? Because you could do more for me than I could do for you at this point. The tables have. I don't even say the tables have turned because it's not like Big Sean is bigger than Kanye, but he don't need Kanye West at this point, my nigga. He got Hit Boy. He got he can fucking open doors for himself. But yeah, this nigga Kanye just needs to leave the public eye, bro. He just gotta go. Like just go run your companies, dog. Like you don't need to be like. Why was this nigga on DrinkChamps? Again, I'm thankful that he was like as like a consumer. You know what I mean? As just like as a Twitter nigga who just loves to fucking soak up like drama. That shit was entertaining, obviously. But like this shit didn't do no good for him. Like that shit was no good for anybody involved except for I guess Nori and the other nigga. And like this nigga Nori, like so I guess there's part 2 coming out. They just put out the trailer of like the part 2 of the DrinkChamps, and it was like deemed the best interview of the year. By who, nigga? Like what are you talking about? Like who said that? Who said this? But like who awarded this fucking, who bestowed this honor, my nigga? Nobody has said that. Because if of all the things I could appreciate about DrinkChamps, like Nori's interviewing skills are not one of them. He's not a particularly good interviewer. You know what I mean? He's not really holding niggas' feet to the fire. Half of Nori's interviews is this nigga just kissing ass enough to get the niggas to keep speaking. And I'm not saying that's not a skill, but he's not a great interviewer, my nigga. Like this nigga be coming off like a buffoon in my eyes. Like the Swiss Beats interview when the nigga Swiss was like, in life we gotta face our poison in order to and this nigga's Nori was like, yeah, that's hard. That's not hard, bro. It's not hard. That shit is idiotic. That shit is like there's nothing there. That's fucking nonsense. But yeah, I mean he got he don't want to fuck up his relationships, whatever. I understand it, but nah, you're not a good interviewer, bro. Like he when that the episode came out, he's like, I'm a journalist. Like, you are not a journalist, bro. Like, what do you say on Twitter? I can never say I'm not a journalist now. I lived up to the hype and delivered respect. As if the job of a journalist is to deliver respect. Like, that's why, that's what we, like, when there's like, when there's like journalists getting sent over to, like, war-torn countries, like in the middle of a battlefield, we send them over there to deliver respect, not to write a story and fucking chronicle the events of the fucking war, or give us information about events happening in our world. No, it's to deliver respect. Like, that's CNN's tagline. CNN, delivering respect since 1980. Like, what are you talking about? And now our interview with Charles Manson, where Anderson Cooper will deliver respect. Like, no, that's not what it is, bro. Like, appreciate you, doing that interview, but because it led to some great moments. Like, one of my favorite things that happened this entire year was Kanye going on this long rant about mind control and Joe Biden's election and abortion and all this stuff. And then Nori just saying, so you going with Large Professor or DJ Premier? Like, bro, I asked you a simple question. What the fuck are you talking about mind control for, dog? I asked you which DJ you prefer. I asked you which producer was better, and you talking about fucking abortion laws. So yeah, I'm just thankful, man. I'm thankful that this interview even happened, bro. But it's not journalism. I think Kanye was throwing all sorts of shots. He's throwing shots at Travis Scott, but Travis Scott got bigger issues to fry right now. I'm not even gonna make jokes about that, but I will make a joke about people considering like Travis Scott to be like this satanic leader now all of a sudden. Like that's just so funny to me that like the devil would pick Travis Scott to be his fucking most elite soldier. Like, that nigga's on the fucking SEAL Team 6, the Green Berets of Satanism, is Travis Scott. The things that people are pointing out as like evidence that he's like satanic is like did you see the entrance to Astroworld? It said, "See you on the other side." And the letters were kind of red. It's like, so what, bro? Like you can say that about like anything. I've seen people say that as they're about to enter a water slide. Niggas, that is satanic. Like, like the other side doesn't only mean hell. I mean, it can mean heaven, as a matter of fact. And I'm not trying to imply that it does. But my point is, satanic panic is just the funniest shit to me, because 99% of the time it'll just be like relatively innocuous shit, or just some shit that people are doing not even because they are satanic or whatever. Which, what is that even really? Like, we could get into the like demonic whatever, like what does that even actually mean? But beyond that, but like not even because they even rock with that shit, but because it's funny to see niggas get worked up. Like that Lil Nas X shit, and I talked about this like months ago, but like that shit was so amusing to me, because it's like, nigga, he's just trying to rile you niggas up and you're falling for it. Like, this is exactly what he wanted. Like, do you think Lil Nas X like actually thinks about like the devil at any point in his day, beyond like when he was making the shot list for the video? Like, they were showing him samples of what the devil might look like in the video, and he was like, he gotta have like bigger horns or like a darker red. I mean, when he's auditioning different devils and shit, that's the only time he was thinking about the devil. He didn't think about the fucking devil. He's thinking about how he could get the most attention possible, and he did it. He worked. Congratulations to him and his team. But as far as the Travis shit, this nigga's not a devil worshiper. This nigga is an idiot. His whole fucking thing is just like, let's rage and let's fucking be crazy and let's be chaos. And it's just like, it just unfortunately backfired him very hard. And now he got to put out bullshit about like niggas is getting stabbed. There wasn't no fucking niggas stabbing niggas with drugs. Nigga, this is not a like, it's not a fucking, that's not like some shit that your parents tell you to worry about on Halloween. Like, watch out for people, like, it's not happening, dog. The thing that's annoying to me is people saying like, Travis wasn't in control of the whole thing. It's like, yes, he wasn't the sole person in control, but between him and his team, like, maybe Travis didn't know what was going on, the full extent of what was going on. But here's why, like, him and his team are not going to escape like true criticism, like escape the weight of this, because one, Travis knew enough that he could have stopped the show on some level. I mean, he saw ambulances going through the crowd. You could pause the show at least. Yeah, I mean, pause it. And two, his team, the organizers of the event, right? They needed to express to him the severity of the event. It's not a show must go on type of situation where fucking lives are being lost. Like, when there's several people, when there's 300 people sent to the hospital, several people being fucking having CPR performed on them, we gotta pause the show. You go out there and communicate to Travis, hey man, this is getting out of hand. We gotta slow things down a little bit. And that's perfect for the organizers, because then if Travis says, nah, fuck that, they trying to stop the show, we gonna keep, then at least as the organizers, you can say, well, we tried, yeah, I mean, we didn't want to pull the power, because then that might have caused a riot, so we had to let it continue and just try our best to get the injured out of there. But they didn't do any of those things, which resulted in what it resulted in. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's not, niggas trying to say, oh, it got worse if they stopped the show. It didn't have to necessarily stop the show. They could have paused the show. Travis says, hey, we're going to fucking pause the show for a little bit, tend to whoever needs some help, and we're going to come back harder than ever. The crowd wasn't going to rush the stage because they wasn't going to be mad at Travis. It's Astroworld. They're here. They're there for Travis Scott. You have the microphone. You have some bit of power, especially over a bunch of fucking 14-year-old kids. They'll listen to you, man. Nigga, you're Travis Scott. They're there for you. And and if they don't, it's better to fucking try. They're going to take a lot of blame for this because Travis's history of of chaos. It's shit like this. It is like, because of this history, they should have had fucking better measures in place in case something like this happened. Not the deaths necessarily, but like crowd surge. I mean, this happens at enough Travis Scott concerts where he's got to think about, okay, we got to beef up security. We have to fucking put more fucking measures in place to mitigate crowd surge. You know what I mean? Like more distance between like more barricades, more distancing, like, you know what I mean, smaller capacity. This is a bad situation. And I'm not trying to put all the blame on Travis, because it's not all on him, but because like people are like, oh, he didn't know everything was happening. Yes, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? At some point, if you see an ambulance going through your crowd, dog, and it's struggling to get through the crowd, you got to put a little bit more emphasis on, like, hey, let's let the fucking the medical professionals do what they need to do. It's not really funny about it at all. Okay, there's something funny about it. It's because of Travis's history of like being chaotic and shit. There's so much videos like that people are posting like out of context, like saying it happened at Astroworld, where like it's videos like Travis saying like, hey, jump over that balcony, or like, hey, look at this nigga, he didn't make out of Astroworld alive, man, shout out to him. And it's like, damn, I know his team is just freaking out like, nigga, what the fuck, bro? Why you had to be like this, dog? You just making it hard. Like, I know they wish they would have wiped those videos from the internet beforehand, but like, there's no way to have had the foresight to see something like this happening, except if you would have fucking paid attention to this happening at every other show you ever had in the past. Like, nigga, just relax. Like, this raging shit is just gotta stop, bro. Like just have a good time, bro. We don't gotta fucking rush the stage because Drake, like, nigga, it's just Drake. Like, he's just Drake. I can't think of a single nigga I'm rushing the stage for, because like, for what? To get like rushing, not even rushing the stage, rushing towards the stage. That's the thing. Like, they wasn't even like fucking like jumping on the stage. They just rushed to get closer to the stage so you can get a slightly closer, blurry video of a fucking concert that you'll never watch again, because the one time you try to watch it, the fucking audio is so distorted and fucked up. You're like, this is bullshit. Why would I even want to watch this? Because I can't see anything, because I'm being pushed around in the crowd and I can't even see who's on stage, whether it's Drake or Carlos Boozer up there, because I can't see anything. So yeah, like, it's not worth it, bro. Let me just answer some questions, get the fuck out of here. Oh, by the way, this is the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed, most good podcast on this godforsaken planet, a little show we call Nobody Asked Shawn. Hosted by none other than me, your boy, Chicky Diamante himself, the Diamond Boy, Shawn Murray, the Thin Black Duke, the Sugar's Decapitator, the Lisan Al Gaib, the motherfucking international heartthrob, heir to the Murrays, hair pop fortune, of course, the first Jamaican in the goddamn Kentucky Derby. First question: Dre versus Diddy, who you got? In a game of basketball, because you didn't really specify. As in a game of basketball, I feel like both of them niggas is trash, but I know for a fact this nigga Dr. Dre does not have a jump shot. And I don't think Diddy does it either, but I feel like Diddy has played more basketball. But then, and actually, now this nigga Dre be kind of fit. Maybe this nigga be on some like, yeah, I mean, like on some of them like Sunday runs with like NBA players and former NBA players, where like he not really balling, but like, and like he shouldn't be in that game, but like it's Dr. Dre, so they gonna let him run, and like, you know what I mean? But he seemed like more like a rebounder. Like, this nigga, he might get the ball in the post and put up some bullshit. You know what I mean? But damn, I would probably take. Damn, both of them niggas trash. So I would just go as producers. As producers, that's fucking tough, man. Like, they're both great. I probably listen to more Diddy productions, because like the East Coast West Coast beef, like I was very like, I never fuck with Pac for a long time, because like it's like, fuck that nigga Pac. Like, I'm from the East Coast, like, as if that shit mattered. First of all, both of them niggas was dead by the time I could really even listen to music on my own, and also like, who cares, nigga? Like, that shit's dumb. But they're both great, man. Diddy, but Diddy don't like that. Like, I know Dre has a lot of people like ghost producing his shit too, but I feel like how much shit has Diddy actually produced? Like I feel like almost all of Diddy's productions are ghost productions, where at least Dre, you know what I mean? We know he produced some of that shit. But then again, Last Night by Keisha Cole, I don't know who produced that song, but that's one of my favorite songs of all time. And I'm not taking any Dre song over that. So I'll go with Diddy, just on the strength of shout out to Keisha Cole for Last Night, the greatest song ever made. Jay versus Wayne. Again, in basketball, we've seen this nigga Hove throw a football, so I can't be confident that his basketball game is much better. But I don't think Wayne's play basketball either. Like, I feel like most of rappers are trash at basketball. I'm gonna have to give it to. I'm gonna give it to Wayne. That nigga's younger. He got younger knees. You know what I mean? That nigga Jay-Z knees is like 52. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have as much faith in them knees. But also this nigga Wayne be skateboarding, so his knees might be fucked up. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Wayne. I'm not happy about it because his hair makes me upset. So I'm not happy about it. But I'm gonna go with Wayne. As a rapper, I'm not gonna go all time. I'll probably take Jay-Z this year. I mean, this nigga Wayne's been great this year. So right now, I'm gonna take Wayne because Jay-Z's not rapping right now. Taco versus burrito. This is a very easy one. Taco for lunch, burrito for dinner. Easy. WNBA top 5 of all time currently. I'm gonna go all time. I'm a UConn motherfucking homer, so I'm gonna go Maya Moore, obviously. Diana Taurasi, obviously. Candace Parker's a GOAT. Lisa Leslie's a GOAT. Cynthia Cooper's a GOAT. It's 5 already. But I'm gonna talk about who I particularly like. Obviously, Sue Bird. Sue Bird is maybe the best of all time. I mean, all of those are some of the best of all time. Brianna Stewart is obviously on her way to being one of the GOATs. Another UConn alum. Who's my Super Smash Brothers main? I don't play Super Smash Brothers like that. But I'll tell you who my Mario Kart main is, and it's Black Shy Guy. You know what I mean? I pick Shy Guy, and then I palette swap him to black, and then I put him on a motorcycle, and I never lose. I'm the best Mario Kart player of all time. And I know people are probably thinking Mario Kart is like a very balanced game. You can't really be good at Mario Kart. Yes, you can. I'm the best. Fuck with me. What's my favorite bit of Dune shade I've seen online? Obviously like white savior stuff, like they still making white savior movies, which is just clear indication that people don't know anything about Dune. But stay tuned if you think that's the case. But as far as just like the best content about Dune, it's Dune memes. Is in Sopranos Dune memes. Those are the best shit. Which ties into another question. Is fear really the mind killer tone? I'm afraid that it is. Soprano verse? That's the whole question. Please no. I hope not. And final question, what are my thoughts on weightlifting? Nigga, how many times you gonna ask me this question? Like, you've asked me this. I've answered this question on the show before, but also, nigga, like, you asked it like 3 different times, bro. Like, I don't weightlift. Look at me. Like, I've said this before. Like, nigga, I hope you are weightlifting. I know you're a very strong individual. You look great. And I think everyone who does it is great, and I'm proud of them. But like, nigga, like, don't like. What do you want me to say, bro? Like, is this like some sort of like interrogation technique? Like, you gonna just like break me down? Yeah, I mean, to get to the point. Like, is this like Good Will Hunting when he's like, it's not your fault over and over, and he like fucking like gets to an emotional like catharsis? Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. If the threat of getting beat up by a nigga who lifts weights isn't enough to get me to lift weights, like, nothing will, bro. As a teen or like younger, I mean, like younger than like how I am now, like, the idea of getting beat up like by somebody who's like bigger than you is just like, that's just gonna happen. But like, I'm an adult now. Like, I pay rent. Like, I have belongings. Like, nigga, like, I think just running my shit, and like, if the strap ain't nearby, it's just a wrap for me, bro. Like, I really don't got no options, and I've come to terms with that, my nigga. So if I've come to terms with that, it's okay for you to come to terms with that as well. I'm not gonna start lifting weights anytime soon. But congratulations to everyone who does. You guys look great. That's the segment for this week. That's the episode for this week. Showmer International Film Festival. Check out that podcast. It's great. I'm trying to get more black guests. I haven't had any black guests, but I've been trying to save them up because I got some movies that I want to talk to black people specifically about. But if you black or just a person of color in general, and you want to be on my shit, Come fuck with your boy. Drop a diamond in the comments if you made it this far. And as always, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.